Club where 6 people were shot and one of them died in a mass shooting a few weeks ago, right on Capitol Street, appears to be not shutting down as we previously thought. And it looks like it will be remaining open. They have released a post on Facebook with their all new rules and regulations. And my friends, it may be some of the most ridiculous, Captain Obvious rules and regulations that I've ever seen in my life. And keep in mind, I worked in and or owned nightclubs and bars in Jackson and the surrounding areas for a running total of about 20 years, 8 working for somebody else on and off, and 10 to 12, give or take, owning them. So I know a thing or two about rules and regulations, dress codes, and all of that in nightclubs, and kind of what is a Captain Obvious and what is actually enforcing credible things that need to be addressed. We're going to get to all that in 1 second. But first, I want to remind everybody, A, it's a FAFO. That's an F around and find out Friday. We got our legendary FAFO shirts here, being one of the biggest sellers of the last year. Got them on sale. I got some inventory. I need to move out of here so I can order some new shirts. Got a minimum requirement I have to order to get them. And I got some I need to get rid of. So I'm not just doubling it to double it. My loss, your gain. Got some new designs coming out. They're normally $30. I got them marked down to $15. That's 50% off. Some sizes are marked all the way down to $10. That's right. You wear a 2XL tall, I got 4 of them available for $10. We've also got the tank tops available, marked down to 15. The Vote Felon 2024 shirts, marked down to 15. Flags, marked down to 10. Everything's marked at least 50% off on the website. Go to buyfafo.com and please support your boy. You guys supporting that, buying those shirts, caps, flags, and whatever else, watching these videos, hitting like, share, commenting, it all helps me so I can keep doing this without having to go get a job and not be able to do this. Long story short, a lot of people won't be honest with you and tell you that, but I think at the end of the day, it's important. You like this kind of content? Based on the comments I see, y'all like that somebody's willing to step up and say the things that need to be said. It's hard to do that while working for somebody else. So all the support without just straight up asking y'all to donate money is very helpful. So again, buyfafo.com, everything marked down 50%. Support these great sponsors. We'll tell you more about that, but that ain't what you came here for. You came here because of the video title. So let's get down to business. This is over on jacksonjambalaya.com. Kingfish, as always, does a great job breaking news and keeping stuff up to date. Gives me makes doing my job a lot easier when he goes out and does the footwork, and I just get to come over here and go to his website and tell you all about it. I always recommend going to the website and checking out the comment section over there. Some of the snarkiest, most well thought out comments you'll see online anywhere. So we won't steal that from him, but we will borrow his content. Let's get to it. The Daquiri Bar, as previously mentioned, there was just a mass shooting there a couple weeks back, 3 weeks or so ago. And you know what really sucks is they just spent, rumor has it, around $1 million. I know I mentioned this the other day in a video. They just spent around $1 million buying and renovating the Mayflower restaurant right across the street. It's going to celebrate its 90th year in business this year. 90th year. And some new owners that own another restaurant in the area decided to invest into it and keep the iconic Mayflower in downtown Jackson. I hope they don't move it. I hope they end up expanding and opening up a chain of them, maybe like Half Shell Oyster House type stuff. Just my selfish wants and needs there. So I don't have to go down to that end of Capitol Street. Especially don't want to go down there now with the Daquiri Bar across the street from it reopening. That's right. Rules and regulations have been posted online. You know, and I hate this. I hate feeling like I'm picking on a business. I truly do, because I've been there and I understand it's hard, but I also understand that when 6 people get shot and one of them get killed in a mass shooting because security wasn't doing their job and somebody snuck a gun inside, and there's even rumors and innuendo and speculation that maybe security have been being paid by people so they could sneak their guns in, unconfirmed. But that's what the internet was saying. You know, a lot of times when the internet talks, listen, it's usually right. Here's some of the rules and regulations. Let me finish that thought real quick. When that stuff happens, sometimes you just got to say, you know what, we're done. We got to close. It is what it is. The landlords have some accountability on this too. I used to rent this very building. I know the two landlords, and I'm shocked they're allowing this. They don't get that much money off that building. I mean, rent wasn't much on it. I think all in between the two sides, I was paying less than $1,500 a month. So it wasn't an incredibly expensive place to rent. Maybe it was a little less than 2 grand, but it wasn't much. Not by commercial real estate standards. The juice can't be worth the squeeze and the negative attention they're getting. I digress. Here's the new rules and regulations. Guys must be 21 and up and must have a physical ID. Women must be 18 and up, must have a physical ID. That's strange in my mind, allowing women 18 and up to get in and guys must be 21. I know I've heard places talk about doing that before because the younger the guys, the more crap they start. You have this type stuff going on. But it would just be way easier just to make everybody 21 and up. And that way you're not having to have separate wristbands. But hey, whatever, to each your own. Um, not my problem. The physical ID thing, that is having ran a majority black nightclub in Jackson for 10 years, IDs were an issue with that demographic of people. I don't know why. Actually, I know why. But y'all ain't ready for that. But so IDs are a problem in that community, at least showing them or keeping them. And the excuse I got was, I got warrants. If I get pulled over, I don't want them to see my ID. That at the end of the day, that's what I was told by most of the people that didn't have IDs. Sometimes you just had to let people in. If you knew they were old enough, you just roll with it. Continuing, everyone must get searched, then go through a metal detector before entering. That's what we did at our club. We had 2 checkpoints. You got physically searched at the bottom, and you got metal detected at the top because it was a upstairs building and it had a mezzanine level. So you paid at the mezzanine level, and that's where you got searched the second time. That's good. It says no digital license will be accepted. Welcome to the modern era. I didn't even realize till the other day that Mississippi had digital licenses till I went to the DMV to get my new driver's license after 8 years. No big handbags or big purses. I'm at the point, really, this day and age, with the violence amongst women in cities like Jackson, Mississippi, these blue Democrat third world hellholes. I don't think women should be able to bring bags in at all, or do like they do at football games, make them small, clear bags. That's it, small and clear. Otherwise, you don't need to bring your bag in. You just don't. No backpacks. Again, Captain Obvious statement there. Why would you allow somebody to wear a backpack in? And guys are wearing backpacks a lot lately. And all that. I keep a backpack. I don't wear one. Instead of a briefcase, I keep my stuff for the radio show and a few other, just personal belongings in a backpack. When everybody decided cargo shorts wasn't cool anymore, I had to put all my stuff that went in my pockets somewhere. So I do keep a backpack, but I know damn well you don't take the backpack into a nightclub because you're probably sneaking a gun and drugs in. Otherwise, what do you need a backpack for inside the bar as a man? As a guy, what do you really need to take into a bar? ID, money, or debit card. That's it. 2 things: ID, debit card, or money. You only need money or debit card. So anyway, no face or head cover. Yeah. Why would you allow people to wear a face mask? It's 2024. Yeah, you mean to tell me the little thugs in Jackson are still scared of the COVID? They're still wearing face masks? Come on, man. They're not wearing it because of COVID. They're wearing it because they're criminals. The same people out there doing all this gunplay and everything else. You think they're scared of COVID? No, of course, no face mask. We're still talking about face mask or face coverings in 2024. Mind-boggling to me. Here's where it gets kind of funny. Men must have shirts on. Well, you were allowed to go in without a shirt? You have to tell people they have to wear a shirt? What kind of clientele are you dealing with? This is funny because these are black bar owners, and I personally know they are, but if you didn't know, this would tell you it is because no white bar owner could possibly put this on a sign. No pants sagging with underwear showing. The white guy can't say that. The white, oh, that's racist. You don't understand our culture. That actually, of all the ones on here, that's the one I like the best. Nobody wants to see your damn underwear. What is it? What is it with black culture, urban culture, and us having to see your underwear? What is up with the pants sagging thing? I mean, I understand if you don't want to wear skinny jeans, your pants just sag down a little bit, just kind of just right off the top of your butt. I get it. But this is a whole nother, like they're literally bobby pinning, safety pinning their the bottom of the top of their jeans to the bottom of their underwear, and you see their whole damn ass. Nobody wants to see that. That's some gay prison stuff. So I've been told. I've never been. And lastly, no hanging out by the door or in the parking lot. Rules will be strictly enforced. This is the point in the video where I'm trying to decide if I want to tell y'all what I really think is going on and extend this video. We're 10 minutes in, 11 minutes in. Let's do it. Let's do it. I suspect that JPD is taking payoffs. That's why I believe this bar is reopening. Now, can I prove that? I can't. We talked about it on the radio show this morning. Here in New York, not here in New York, up in New York, the police commissioner, his twin brother, was taking bribes from bars so police would leave them alone. Now, I don't think police are bothering people in Jackson or bothering the clubs and harassing them. But what I do believe is some of them possibly are being paid to stay away. And if it ain't the police, why aren't some of these places put on the city public nuisance list? Why are they allowed to reopen? Why was M-Bar allowed to reopen with the murders that happened there? Why is the Daquiri Bar being allowed to reopen with a mass shooting and a history of BS happening there? Why are those places on the corner of Tom Bigby and State Street allowed to reopen every weekend with all the chaos and carnage that happened there? Is somebody on the city council? Is the mayor taking payoffs from these people? Again, I don't know this, but you got to ask some questions. They're either complicit or incompetent, and neither one is acceptable. That's what y'all told me about Brian Bailey and the Goon Squad. He's either incompetent or complicit. Neither one is acceptable. Same energy in Jackson. You're either complicit or incompetent. Which one is it? There's no reason some of these establishments should be allowed to reopen every damn weekend after the crap that goes on at them consistently. So I'm just going to play just a minute of this. Let's go here.
Federal corruption investigation into City Hall and the NYPD now includes allegations of a shakedown. A Brooklyn bar owner says he was told that his problems with the NYPD would go away if he paid the police commissioner's brother. And he says it was a worker in the mayor's office who tried to help arrange that deal. Chief investigative reporter Jonathan Dienst joins us now with details.
Chuck, the bar owner had his permits, his liquor license, and his share of noise complaints. But what he says he needed, a break from tough NYPD enforcement. Seeking help, he says he was introduced to a mayoral staffer and then to the twin brother of the NYPD's top cop. And then he says he was asked for thousands in payments.
I felt like it was like I got an ultimatum. Like, it's either you get with this or you're going to get shut down. We're going to make sure you get shut down.
Shamel Kelly says it was this man, mayoral staffer Ray Martin, who first told him he could pay the police commissioner's brother to help get better treatment from the NYPD.
He just said that he was assistant of Eric Adams, and he know people, and he dropped the Mr. Eddie Caban name because he's I guess the NYPD commissioner, and I was having problems with the NYPD.
Later, Kelly says the police commissioner's brother James Caban told him he could help with his NYPD problems if he paid him $2,500 up front. The state liquor authority says Kelly's bar was not facing any charges of wrongdoing, but there were dozens of noise complaints to 311 about loud music.
All right, so this is 6 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing. You got to get the gist of it. I guess in New York, you can have a select use liquor license. You need to go. I'll retweet this. I think I already did, but just in case, it'll be on my X account. Just go to @SaveJXN if you want to watch the whole video. he had a weekend use liquor license, but he wasn't really a bar, but he was pretending to be one on the weekends. Whatever, teach their own. It wasn't against the law. But it's interesting that the police were taking payoffs to leave him alone because it makes you wonder where the noise complaint's real. The bar has since shut down. I don't know. Two wrongs don't make a right. I think that's what you had going on here. You have a guy kind of illegally running a bar, sort of, and you had the police trying to shake him down and accepting payoffs to leave him alone to let him illegally do what he wants to do. That brings me back to Jackson. That actually brings me over here to the places on the corner of Tom Bigby and State Street, the old fire location right there in that general vicinity, 1 block east, all right there. And I don't know who's doing what, but man, this guy right here has been posting a bunch of videos of what's going on over there. This one right here, let's see. So this one right here, they're saying it was a crime scene right outside the club. This is Tom Bigby Street there. And it was a couple females shooting at one another. And they're out there looking for the casings or whatever you want to call it. But again, some foul language here. Actually, I'm going to keep the language off, but it got me flagged the other day because just really, really volatile language. But you can kind of see here, they're looking. And what you can't hear is the guys in the background explaining what happened very, very vulgarly about some women shooting at one another. All right, so that's over here on the Tom Bigby side. Let's look over here. And again, I'm just telling you, as a guy that owned bars for a while, the police and the city council not getting involved and trying to shut it down when you have this much stuff going on. Now, Jackson has a history of this. They let the Birdland stay open forever, which is now Johnny T's or whatever. People got murdered in there all the time, and they never shut it down. It's either incompetence or they're complicit, one or the other. So let's check this out. This was just right outside there. As you see an ambulance, you see a fire truck, you see all the Capitol Police, and this is on the State Street side down there. I mean, just sheer carnage and chaos. And this is taxpayer money. This is the Capitol Police who are there to protect good God-fearing, law-abiding citizens and keep the downtown business district safe, Fondren and Bellhaven and Eastover and all that safe. It's not to do the club's police work because they can't control their crowd. So again, there's some stupid comments here. We can get into all that, but I've done it before. I don't want to keep y'all too long. There's another video, right? So let's scroll down here, and we've got some videos of them, multiple videos of them fighting out there. Where did they go? He may have taken them down because I kind of put all this on blast the other day. And let's see. I got them saved in my phone. It appears that he has taken the fight videos down. If you guys want to go look at his profile, it's on Instagram. That's it right there. JUX.cheese. JUX.cheese. And I'm not talking bad about anybody, whatever. I don't know the guy, but he films all the stuff. So don't be surprised if people who don't find it nearly as funny as you do want to do something about it. I just have to ask the question: is the city or city officials taking payoffs from these terrible bar owners? Because I can't think of any other reason they're allowed to stay open. You've got a lot of really good businesses down there that are doing everything right, and they're suffering the consequences of the reputation hit. Because I'm going to talk about this stuff. We're going to bring attention to it. We're not going to ignore the problem. Ignoring the problem makes the problem worse. So we're going to talk about it. And what that does is that brings negative attention to the people and the businesses that are doing right. And that ain't fair on them. But I figure if we shine enough light into a dark place, we can clean the mess up. That's been my mission since I started this. It's evolved and expanded and changed and whatever. This is where we're at now. You got a bar down around the corner having a mass shooting and reopening. You got a bar right there on State Street. I mean, this is the main entrance into downtown. People coming off Pearl Street, and that's the first damn thing they see is all that right to you come off the Pearl Street, you turn left, boom. You can't even get over to Martins and Hallowell without seeing all that crap. You can't get down to the the South venue and all those places down there that had all the weddings and special events and parties and all that without having to go through that crap. Nobody wants to see that and be a part of that. Definitely go end up some gunplay down there involved in that if it hadn't been already and just been swept under the rug. You know, Jackson's got a problem, and it's time for somebody to clean it up. I know some other people down there are working and they're filing their complaints and they're doing it the right way, but it's time we put a magnifying scope on this thing and really crank up the heat. Why are these places allowed to operate? If they got a liquor license, ABC, it's time for y'all to step in and start treating them like y'all treated us when we had a liquor license. You know, people out there smoking dope, women in nudity, I'm sure. We couldn't even have bikini contest because it was considered nudity. So unless something's changed, anyway, I'm sure if y'all wanted to, you can find any reason, underage drinking, fake IDs, all of that stuff. We brought Girls Gone Wild to town one time. And look, and I ain't got no problem with ABC. I've changed and evolved a lot. I'm on their side now. But we had Girls Gone Wild come to town back when that was a thing. And the ABC came and worked my door for me. They were so nice that night. They came and worked our door for us and checking IDs and making sure that nobody showed a titty in that place. And everybody was old enough to be in there, had their real IDs, the whole 9 yards. Where is that energy at now with the bars in Jackson? The Attorney General's office used to run underage drinking stings. Do they still do that? I got personally arrested one night for that. Not first time I ever got arrested. First time I ever got arrested while I was working at another bar. Handed a minor a beer one time. You learn the hard way. AG's office took me to jail. ABC's taking us to jail. Yeah, both of them over the years. Never went to jail by local police, but it was always the state agencies. Are they not doing this in Jackson anymore? Because you cannot convince me that with the murder bar, the Daquiri Bar coming out with this list here, that they haven't had some shenanigans going on down there. I mean, you're having to put guys must be 21 and have a physical ID. Girls must be 18 and have a physical ID. If you're having to put that on the sign, it tells me that you've had a problem with them not having IDs and they're probably drinking and all that. When you let these problems go unattended to, they morph into mass shootings. It's time to step in. And look, I mean, I'm not pro anything having to shut down, but make the people who run the places understand that there's consequences and repercussions. And if you don't run it right, you can and will be shut down. It's time to decide what's more important. That thug life or doing things the right way and keeping your business open. This is the Clay Edwards Show. Thank you for tuning in. Hope everybody has a big weekend. Get out, support the locally owned businesses, bars and nightclubs and restaurants that do things the right way, that take your safety serious. Avoid these other kind of places at all costs, or this may be the last Clay Edwards Show video you ever watch. You don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I need you guys. Stay safe out there. Stay blessed. Again, have a big weekend. Podcast from this morning's radio show is available now, and it was a firestorm, son. Well, we went at it for 2 hours. Me, the callers, Sean, all of us. It was one of the most intense shows we've ever done. Search Clay Edwards Show wherever you download podcasts and stream music, all that good stuff. Again, just search Clay Edwards Show. And I'll be back with more videos coming soon. Peace out. Stay blessed. Avoid Jackson gas stations and apparently Daquiri bars as well.